I just realized that I have not done an Algeria update in forever. We talked about alliances and the need for it. We talked about all kinds of stuff. And so I just kind of wanted to check in. And you can see in this game, I pretty much have the upper hand. Most people that were in here went computer AI, got kicked out. But there's still a few active players in here. And so we're taking a look. We're kind of helping Italy. We're just kind of allied up with them. I was allied up with DR Congo here. And South Africa, but South Africa and DR Congo, I believe, have both gone inactive. With DR Congo going AI after so long. The game master can kick it out. I don't even know who the game master was. Oh, I am now. But if I wanted to, I can go through now and hit that kick out button, and it would take out into Kenny. It would take out Russia. Well, actually, Russia was already taken out, but ice cones could get taken out, and you make them available for other players to then come in and join the game. So, but at this late, no one's really going to join. I've got a pretty good handle on it. I'm 823 out of 1,000, and honestly, like that's not going to be winnable for anybody except for if DR Congo came back. He would be the closest one. And so what I do at the end of the games like these where there's no chase, honestly, I just kind of go for ranking. So I know it's kind of cheeseball, but what I would do is I would click into here in my cities, and I would look and see what needs upgraded. And I'll tell you the quickest way. I need electronics, though. I have just kind of run through this about an hour ago, so there's really not a whole lot for sale either. But I usually take and buy all the stuff and end up with a wad of cash here. And you just kind of buy out all the supplies and build whatever you can. And here's the way to do that. So, actually, I'm going to make this episode about Algeria, but I'm going to also talk about how you can maximize your ranking. Like how to absolutely get on the top of the leaderboards, like make it into the top 100 and kind of pursue your best game in there, right? So here's the way I do it. It's probably not the best way, and it's definitely not the only way. It is just a way to do it, right? So first and foremost, you get rankings for two different things, military and economic. And those two rankings then get combined into an overall, and it ranks you out there. So let's see if this is going to follow. It is. Okay, sorry about the inception. I just wanted to check it out. If I click on ranking here, you'll see Nas arrow card in the first, but there's his military score and there's his economic score. And so there's a safe ratio in there somewhere. Military to economic. I've never seen anybody with a higher economic than military, but I'm going to show you both sides of it on there. So if you look down here at Raksuskar, he's almost 2 to 1, right? Whereas you look at Nas, he's almost 3 to 1. So somewhere in there's a healthy ratio. And if you go and continue into the top ones, you'll see, look, Gamma Dactyl, he's high. He's like a 1.7 to 1. Like he's even closer to being more economic. But look at that. Look at the difference in the scores. 47K compared to 83K. Like, that's pretty amazing. I mean, to be honest, like if you look at the number of games, so if we click on Gamma Dactyl and we get his info, he's joined 65 games to get that ranking that high. Like that's just a lot of games if you look down the list. And of course, he's a solo player. He's not in an alliance. So, and we've talked about the benefit and the cons of being in an alliance. I think the guys in the top 10 who are in alliances and play alliance games have a harder time than guys who just play pickup games. And by pickup game, I mean you go into here and you go into new games and you just look for ones that you can jump into, right? So getting back to the other screen, and I'm going to make sure briefly really that it's on there, and it is. Okay, so military, how would you get military? Well, you get military by fighting, not just by building, which is the opposite of the economic one, right? So the economic one you get by the building. So what I usually do, here's an easy way to do it. Like I started in Algeria this match, and so in Algeria the two closest are Libya over here. I believe this is Libya. Yeah, homeland of Libya, and then this is Morocco right here. Yep, Morocco. So what you would do is you would just take out these one city countries first. Everybody does it. It's just the way to start the game to increase. Look at this. All this territory is Libyan, and it all is very poorly defended. Usually the only troops would be in Tripoli. So if you come down here, hit Tunis, and then hit Tripoli, you can pick up two very easy very easy countries slash cities, right? So that's what I would recommend, is coming out of Constantine and Wargla and coming right to Tunis, take all this territory out on your way to Tripoli, and then take all this territory out, go all the way over to Morocco, take all of Morocco out, and then look, like Mali over here is just one city, but all this territory can be taken. What's the benefit of taking that territory, V2? I am glad you asked, because look, the production per day right here, 51 cash, 9 troops per day goes up in here, 9 troops today goes up in there, and the 51 cash goes here. Well, if you end up taking 100 territories at 51 cash, like that would be a lot of cash per day that you're taking in, which can now be pumped through the market to buy supplies out of here. Buy. Those little 92 and 50 resource buys, if you do that multiplied by 30 days, you're going to end up being able to research way more over here on your tree because you've picked up those extra resources. Not only that, because you've sold like what you had extra of. Look at this fuel. I got 87,000 fuel. Everybody complains about fuel. I got enough fuel to come back through here and make some more money. Now, doing this enables countries to build. Look, whoever that is needs 18,000. Yep, he's going to get those right now, and I'm just going to build my cash, right? Now, what's doing the AI is taking and building troops now. They couldn't build because they didn't have any fuel. I just flooded the market with fuel, and now all these builds are going in for the AI all over all these countries. So what's that going to do? That's going to put another unit on the board that I can run a stack of stuff into and take it out, right? So you look down here. We just moved into Sevilla. Spain, and like they're taken over by the UK right now. So if you look, they're a province of the UK, right? So what I'm doing is Italy is taking on the main island right now in a brutal battle, and they're trying to make some headway. So I just kind of helped them by taking out a strike over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set them all the way back down there. Let's see if they're healthy. They are healthy. And I'm going to come back through and just get military points from taking out this squadron here. Look, it's not going to move anywhere unless it splits, and then the infantry is almost dead. So a couple of hits on these with this strike squadron, and boom, I've just raised my military rating a little bit. So there you go. So that's pretty much the military in a doubt. What I'll do is I'll come down here and look. I've set these guys on a course. It's going to take them like 2 days to get all the way across. So I'm going to concede the city to Italy and let them have Madrid. But look, they're going to get 6 points for Madrid. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to get 20 VP for taking all the territories. Plus, they're going to pick up the little components, but I already got 16,000, so it's not like I need the city. I would rather just gobble up all those territories and take all the VPs. I'm not taking Lisbon, and I'll tell you why. If you get close to there and look in the city, there's 17 rogues in there. That's been a rogue city pretty much the whole game, and you're going to have to go with I'm going to bring these strike fighters down from here, and I'm just going to land them at the base. I think I'm building an air base down here right now. I'm annexing, but I can build, there's an air base in Rabat. I'll fly them down here, and I'm just going to fly strikes over Lisbon and rain missiles on it until I can kill like 10 or 15 of those rogue units for the extra military points. So another little way to farm. It was unintentional, but that's just the way it worked out. I was waiting for UK to take this town when they were active. I had an alliance with them, and they never did, so Lisbon just like kept adding rogues and adding rogues and adding rogues. No big deal. So here is the second and the next biggest way to increase your overall score to jump in the rankings, right? So if you care about that, some people just don't care. You're going to go into your cities menu on the side, and I think a lot of people will cancel. I think a lot of people just miss out on these quick windows on the sides here and end up clicking on the individual cities to find them. Like, let's go to Bordeaux, let's go to here, and they open up this, and then they tab through this way, right? And I think that's an ineffective way to do it. First of all, if you pop into your cities, you can sort by buildings. Like, look, this is all military. Like, so let's sort the buildings, right? So anyway, you get what I'm saying. And what you do is you look for the buildings that you need something of. For instance, everybody likes production, right? You want your arms industries. Well, look there, I can upgrade that guy to a 3. Boom. But you want to take and you want to upgrade the lowest buildings if you're just going for the economic score late game and you have a ton of money and a ton of resources and things are just flowing well. What I do is I pop that open and I look and I say, Let me build. I've got a building going, so let me go to the next town. I've got nothing going on here. What's the lowest ranking? Let me get this military hospital. It's a level 1. It'll be built in 16 hours, and then I can turn around and build like a level 1 weapons guy for 16 hours. You want to pump these buildings out, and you want to go for the lowest buildings. Now, that's if you're just in a game like this where you have a lead this big, right? You might as well take advantage of it and take it over there. If you're in a game that matters, like you're playing an alliance game and there's all kinds of stuff going on, then what I would do is I would pop this open and say, okay, you only really need one city with a level 5 air base, one city with a level 5 naval base, one city with a level 5 army base, because what it is you'll end up needing a unit, right? And so let's go down to something that we would need, a stealth fighter. Well, what do I need to build a stealth fighter? I need a level 5 airbase, a secret weapons lab 3. I need a research SUT-50 PACFA. Okay, so I would need one town with a level 5 and a level 3 secret weapons, a level 5 airbase. Once I've researched this stealth fighter, and I can build all my stealth fighters out of one town. You can pretty much pump out one a day, you know, and that's all you would really need, to be honest. Like once you get like 5 or 6 of them, it's kind of overkill. The way you fly around in stacks with air superiority and the strike fighters together. You can upgrade them in the path of the strike fighters. If you want to upgrade your strike fighter to a stealth here, and you look at it, it'll tell you stealth technology, multi-role combat aircraft with a focus on air-to-ground missions, but well-equipped to counter air threats. So that means is that if you encounter another air threat here, you're going to attack at 10 and defend at a 7. Well, let's take a look at what the air superiority fighter does, right? That attacks at a 15 and defends at a 15. So there's no way a strike fighter is going to come against this MiG-35, the Super Fulcrum, right? So what you'd want is you'd want 2 or 3 or like 2 of these guys mixed with 3 strike fighters and a stealth fighter, you know what I mean? And you want to make these stacks so that you don't lose efficiency in your stacks of fighters. And then of course anything that has anti-aircraft is going to be after you, so you want to be able to shoot missiles, you want to be able to do all kinds of things, and that the missiles would come off the strike fighters. So anyway, I got a little off a track there, but it's pretty cool the way it all works in together. And then you kind of manage your countries, right, in the diplomatic menu for Algeria. Like, I don't want Sweden. Look, they've put a trade embargo against me. I'm going to trade embargo them. I don't want them to buy my stuff. I don't want to buy their stuff because I don't want them to gain on the thing. United Kingdom put me at war, so I went with war. That's going to automatically do a trade embargo. Same thing with Turkey. Like, I'm still at war with Turkey, and I hate that I'm at war with Turkey, like right here. They're way pushed back into these little small provinces because it makes it harder for my territories to go diplomatic, to not go rogue, right? If you look there, the morale's 30, the morale trend is rising, unit strength. But one of the things is I got a -6 because I'm at war with 2 nations, and I got a -17 because neighboring morale is up, right? So anyway, those ones are going up. They'll be fine. Those are new territories that I took, and I'm probably going to bring these tanks, I would say, I'm probably going to bring them down into... fly them down into a town like these guys here, and I'll tell you why. It's because I'm going to try to come up and get Madrid because I don't think Italy's really pushing for it. So I'm going to try and get Madrid anyway and add that 6 plus all the 20 from up here. I'd be sitting about 870, let's say, total once I got down there. I'm going to let these fighters that I talked about earlier come over here and pop those airborne troops. So it'll make it easier for Italy to push, but it also gives me some of that military boost, right? So what else can we talk about as far as the Algeria game? It looked like it went pretty well. I was happy with the results of the diplomacy. We never had to really face a major opponent because DR Congo and South Africa decided to partner with us. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I hope you guys have enjoyed this update on Algeria. It's been a while, and to see the progress. We'll probably we'll take these little guys up here near Copenhagen, and then I'll see how I'm going to finish the game out. It might actually be finished by coming through. Well, I don't even really know, to be honest. Maybe Finland. I can come up from Riga and just land in Helsinki and take all that territory. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, this is B2. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Please hit me in the comments. I know that I probably made some mistakes with as far as information in the game. Please feel free to correct those in the comments as well. Holla.